Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Dietitian Diana, and today I want to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of a day in my life. I'm going to, of course, primarily focus on food and what I eat and what I do for exercise, but I kind of want to give you a little glimpse into my day-to-day. Now, I have mentioned this before on my channel, but one of the reasons why I decided to go into the field of diabetes is because it runs pretty strongly in my family. I have a very strong family history of it. My great-grandfather had type 2 diabetes. My grandfather had type 2 diabetes. I remember him constantly checking his blood sugar, and he was insulin dependent, so he injected himself with insulin, and unfortunately he passed away very unexpectedly from heart complications, which does affect a lot of people with type 2 diabetes. I have uncles who have type 2 diabetes, and I have a lot of family members who are also borderline pre-diabetes. So for me, it was an area that I really wanted to go into, and it's something that I have to make sure I'm very proactive about preventing, because I do have that strong risk and I want to prevent it at all costs. Because at the end of the day, genetics loads the gun, but lifestyle is what's going to pull the trigger. So I try to make my lifestyle as healthy as I can so that I can prevent type 2 diabetes. And as you'll see throughout my video today, I do primarily like to focus more on plant-based nutrition and more of a Mediterranean diet, because there is just so much research to show this is one of the most powerful ways to prevent diabetes. It's also such a powerful way to treat diabetes if you already have it. So the way I eat is not based on how I want to eat or based on what an influencer says, but it's based on scientific literature. And nowadays with social media, everyone likes to think they're an expert and offer nutrition advice. But as a dietitian, not only did I study this in school, but I also have really been able to dive deep into the scientific literature. And that's the reason why I really prioritize my nutrition and exercise. Obviously, I'm human and I'm not perfect. And so this day is one day of many, and not all my days are going to look like this. That's why Jose and I really advocate for the 80-20 dietary approach, where if you can make 80% of your diet and nutrition from whole food sources, from more plant-based foods, then that does give you more wiggle room when it comes to the rest of your diet. You know, you have another 20% to enjoy more of those quote unquote unhealthy foods, fun foods, without having to feel guilty about it. It's all about finding that correct balance, right? And we really do believe that that 80-20 balance is a great approach. And up until now, I've always had a very healthy A1C. My blood sugar is always below 100. I've never had signs of even creeping up to those prediabetes levels. So based off of the scientific information and what I'm doing, it's definitely clearly working for me. So I hope this video inspires you a bit, and I hope you find it helpful.
Good morning. I'm about to head to my personal training class. Just had a very chaotic morning with my 2.5-year-old, getting him ready to go to school, packing his lunch. It's always kind of chaos. This morning was a little rough, but they're out the door and I can enjoy my banana and coffee in peace now while I get ready to go work out. The reason I'm choosing a banana is because it's going to give me energy quickly. Bananas are going to be digested more quickly compared to other foods, and I want that quick energy right before my workout so that my body can use that as fuel. And coffee, of course, for energy. If you have a 2.5-year-old or have ever been through that period of your life, I'm sure you understand. And for diabetes, coffee has been shown to actually reduce the risk of diabetes. Some people may experience slight rises in their blood sugar after drinking coffee, but generally when you look at the overall research, it shows that coffee actually reduces type 2 diabetes risk. So I have no issues drinking coffee. I just add a little bit of unsweetened soy milk to it, and that's it. If you do need a sweetener, I would recommend something like a stevia or a monk fruit, and trying to avoid having too much sugar or heavy cream in your coffee, because those things aren't really great for insulin sensitivity. All right, I'm off to the park to go work out. Okay, I'm heading over to the park to work out. Of course, I'm late, so I'm actually gonna jog there, and it'll be a nice little warm up. Made it to the park.
Girl.
Okay, no joke, that was a hard session. I'm going to be so sore tomorrow, but working out, especially in the morning or any time of the day, honestly, doesn't matter when you work out, it just sets you up to be so insulin sensitive throughout the rest of the day. So your muscles are going to suck in, they're going to uptake more of the glucose in your blood for the rest of the day. It's like the beauty of exercise and why it's so important for diabetes specifically. Okay, I stopped by at the grocery store on my way home from my workout. It's right on the way, so I just grabbed a few things for dinner tonight. I'm thinking some salmon and potatoes, so grab some potatoes, grab some salmon, and then I also got some broccoli. Mateo, my son, loves broccoli, which is great. So got some of this for dinner as well. And then I just picked up a few other things that we needed. Some yogurt. I got some silken tofu. I love using silken tofu for dressings and also to make mousse, like a chocolate mousse. It provides like a really great base for chocolate mousse without needing a ton of like dairy or fat. But I also love these for dressings to make really smoothie, creamy dressings. I'll make a dressing later today for lunch so I can show you my process. Okay, so I want to check my blood sugar to see what it is before eating. I don't check my blood sugar regularly because I don't have diabetes, but because I'm doing this video, I want to show you guys my blood sugar throughout the day. So I had some food this morning. I had that banana. I ate a little bit of Mateo's breakfast as well, worked out. So my blood sugar should definitely be below 100 right now. So let's check it out and see where it is. 5.5. I'm in London. What is 5.5? So an easy way to convert this is just to multiply by 18. So 5.5 times 18 is 99. So I'm at 99 milligrams per deciliter, which is a perfect place, exactly kind of where I thought it would be given I ate and exercise. And exercise can increase blood sugar. And I'm pretty hungry. So I'm sure my liver is putting some glucose into my bloodstream right now, but it's a very normal level. This is what we'd expect. So yeah, I'm gonna make some breakfast now. Okay, so for breakfast, I'm just gonna have a yogurt bowl. I'm using Alpro, which is a brand here in London. It's a soy-based yogurt, but you can use any yogurt you want. Just try to make sure it's low fat, non-fat. I'm gonna add some chia seeds. Such a good source of fiber. If you have diabetes, you should be eating chia seeds multiple times a week, if not every day. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon. I'm also gonna add some protein powder. Protein is so important after working out. I wanna make sure I'm hitting my protein goals. I love Complement protein powder. I have a whole video reviewing this protein powder. It's my favorite. If you wanna check out the video of me reviewing it, just click on this link. 3 tablespoons is about 15 grams, so I'm gonna do the 3. I'm gonna add some cinnamon. Cinnamon is a great spice for blood sugar control and it tastes great. Top that off. Then I'm gonna add some blueberries. Blueberries are great for diabetes. They are lower on the glycemic index, meaning they're not gonna have as much of an impact on your blood sugar compared to other types of fruit. Half a cup is a serving size, so I try to always get 1 serving of berries in my day every day. Obviously, I don't always hit that, but that's a goal of mine. Berries are full of nutrients, antioxidants, which are really gonna help with any inflammation in your body. Antioxidants help to lessen inflammation. And people with diabetes tend to have higher levels of inflammation, so berries are a great way to help lessen that. So about half a cup, which I think is what I have left. So I'm just gonna pour the rest of this in here. And I'm using frozen. You can do fresh or frozen. It's gonna have the same nutrients. Doesn't matter if it's fresh or frozen. Ideally, you wanna let them thaw out a little bit, but I'm just making this quick. I do need to start working. And then I'm just going to mix this all up. All right, not the prettiest, but taste test. It tastes very good. I also made a batch of muffins. I love making muffins, especially for Mateo, my son. They're so easy to put in his lunchbox, and they're just such a great, easy meal addition. So I have a muffin here, very basic ingredients, very clean ingredients. So I'm gonna have a muffin, I'm gonna top it off with a little almond butter. You can also use peanut butter. One thing I tell people is just make sure you read the label and make sure for peanut butter or almond butter, there's not added oils or sugar in it. So for example, the ingredients here are just roasted almonds. So that's what you wanna look for in almond butter, peanut butters, just the peanuts, just the almonds. Salt, a little bit of salt is fine. Sometimes it'll say roasted almond salt, that's fine. Just try to avoid oils and sugar. I'm gonna top this off with this almond butter. And there we go, breakfast is served. Okay, it's been almost 2 hours, about an hour, 45 minutes since I had breakfast. So I'm gonna check my glucose and see where I'm at right now. So ideally, if you don't have diabetes 2 hours after eating, you want your value to be below 140, 1 to 2 hours after eating. If you do have diabetes, you want to aim for a value below 180. So I am at 6.1 is 109. So I'm in a great spot. But yeah, but this is a great value, is where I want to be. I want to be below 140, 1 to 2 hours after eating. So this is perfect. And again, if you have diabetes, your goal should be below 180, 1 to 2 hours after eating. Okay, as I mentioned before, I'm just gonna whip up a quick dressing. I'm just gonna blend the silken tofu with a few other items, but I love just making some sort of a dressing at the beginning of the week and just having it in my fridge for the rest of the week. And then just using that for salads. I'm gonna drain this. I'm using that dressing for salads, as a dip, anything like that. I'm gonna add some cashews, maybe like half a cup. I'm gonna add some olive oil as well. I'm gonna do salt and pepper. And you can get creative here. You could add some herbs. You can even add spinach. I'm gonna add the juice of a lemon. And I actually have some cilantro that is kind of gonna go bad, so I'm just gonna stuff it in here as well. I add stems and all. There's a lot of great nutrients in the stems. All right, so I'm just gonna blend this all up. So quick to put together. Yum, it's so good. It's very creamy right now. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil and some water just to like make it a little thinner. If you're not a fan of cilantro, don't add the cilantro, but I love cilantro. Okay, all right, I'm gonna add a little more olive oil and then some water. Look at that creamy dressing. Yum. Okay, done. I'm gonna put lunch together. Okay, lunch is ready. It's a huge salad. This looks massive, but it's because it's on a bed of greens. I have whatever veggies I had in my fridge. So I carrots and some tomatoes. Then I have half a cup of rice here, wild rice, and then some lentils, plant protein. So this meal with the dressing is gonna keep me like really nice and full for a while, so that I'm not reaching for snacks or like junk food in between my meals. And it's giving me all the nutrients I need. We have my protein, my plant protein and the lentils, got my whole grains, and then obviously a ton of veggies. And now I'm gonna just add this dressing all over, and it's going to complete the meal and make it so good. So again, it's pretty chunky, but you can make it thinner, thicker, however you like it. Wow, look at this. It looks big. Like, I'm such a volume eater, meaning I love to eat a lot of food, and it helps to fill me up and keep me full for longer. So this may look like a ton of food, but honestly, it doesn't have that many calories because it's mainly vegetables, and lentils are very low calorie. Whole grains are also lower in calories. So this is going to keep me full for a while also providing me so many great nutrients. So I'm gonna mix this all up and eat it. Look how creamy it is. As you can see, most of it is greens. I wanted a huge salad today. I was just craving it. I'm probably not gonna eat much fresh vegetables at dinner, so I just wanted to get like a good amount of raw vegetables in here now at lunch. I'm gonna eat this, and then in 1 to 2 hours, I'm gonna check my blood sugar and see where I'm at. Okay, it's been about 2 hours since lunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and check my blood sugar and see where we're at. All the way down here. All right, let's see where we're at. 5.8. So 5.8 times 18. 104.4. Excellent. I'm back in the kitchen for a little bit of a snack. One of my favorite, just easy snacks, whole food based snack, is a handful of nuts with some fruit. So great for, it helps keep blood sugar nice and steady. And nuts are super beneficial for blood sugar and for diabetes. So I just like to take a handful, literally just a handful, and then I'll have my apple. If apples or fruit raises your blood sugar, eat the nuts first, followed by the apple. The nuts can help blunt any spike in blood sugar. So yeah, this is gonna be my snack. Okay, I am out of the house on my way to pick up Mateo from school. That's a good thing about living in a city. You really do walk so much more, and it does make getting 10,000 steps in a day a lot easier. So yeah, it's nice to get out, stretch my legs a bit. Okay, for dinner. For dinner we have this lovely plate. Mateo. Okay, I like to end my night with a warm beverage. I've been doing a kind of like a chai tea lately. Sometimes I'll do like a cocoa, hot chocolate type of situation, but we should look at spices as they have such healing properties. Just turmeric and ginger alone can help fight inflammation in our body. Cinnamon is shown to support blood sugar, and cardamom has so many other great benefits. So I like to make like a little, kind of like a chai tea really. I just add milk straight into my milk frother, add some water. Then I'm just gonna do about a 1/4 teaspoon or an 1/8 a teaspoon of all of these spices. If you want the recipe for this, I will add it to the description below. Oh, and I add some black pepper to help with the absorption of these spices. And then I do about a teaspoon of sweetener. You can do whatever sweetener you want. I'm doing honey. Right now I'm gonna froth this up. Okay, here it is. Cheers. So good and soothing, and I love that I'm drinking my spices.
Okay, so right before bed, I always take my Jade supplements, magnesium. Magnesium plays such an important role in insulin sensitivity and blood sugar metabolism. So I always take it. And then I also try to read a book before bed. This really helps to like soothe me and help me fall asleep. And so I try to really focus on getting a good night's sleep. I always try to get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night because sleep is just so important for blood sugar. All right, guys, I'm signing off. I hope you enjoyed my vlog today, a little behind the scenes. If you'd like me to do another one, I'd be happy to do so. Obviously, every day is different. I eat very differently every day. But I just kind of wanted to show you the behind the scenes and what my life is like. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. I'll also link the Jade Magnesium supplement down below in the caption. All right, good night, guys.